Once upon a time, there lived a prince named Satyan. He was fond of traveling and visiting the distant lands. One day, when he was riding on his horse, he saw a field fully bloomed with sunflower. There was a big banyan tree in the field. Prince, who loved the surroundings, lay down under the tree to take rest and soon fast asleep. Prince woke up at the sunset and was about to return to his palace. He saw a beautiful girl standing on the opposite side. Prince, who fell in love with the girl, asked her to marry him. The girl replied, "I will marry you, but on 3 conditions." For which the prince accepted at once. Then she started. 1. After marriage, you should not go back to your palace. 2. I will be with you from dusk to dawn. 3. You should never ask me my whereabouts during the day or stop me from going out. If you fail to fulfill even one of these conditions, I will leave you and go away forever. Prince accepted the conditions and married her. They built a beautiful palace in the field and began a happy life. Princess left the palace in the dawn and returned only after sunset. This went on for many days. Prince was always curious and eager to know where she's going. One day, he woke up before the princess could wake up, but he pretended to sleep. As usual, she left the palace quietly early in the morning. Prince followed the princess secretly. She walked in the field of sunflower and suddenly disappeared. The prince was puzzled and thought, "Where is the princess? There is no place to hide. Where could she go?" He thought for a while and finally came to a decision. He went from each flower to flower, observed each flower, and stood looking at a sunflower for a long time. Gathering courage, he plucked the flower. And lo, what a miracle! The flower disappeared and his wife stood there. She thanked him for saving her from a curse. She asked him, "How did you recognize me among so many sunflowers?" He replied, "All the flowers had dewdrops on their petals, but dewdrops were not on you because you were with me during the night. So I was sure that the flower without the dewdrops is only you. So I plucked." The prince then took the princess with him to his palace and lived happily ever after. In a village, there were 4 friends. First person was a carpenter. The second one was a weaver. Third one was a bangle vendor, and the fourth a pundit. Once rain failed for a season, so there were famine. Everyone suffered due to famine. One day, 4 friends gathered and discussed about searching for a job in the next village. As everyone accepted, they left their village the very next day. They had to walk for a long distance and had to cross a forest. While crossing the forest, the night began to fall. So, they decided to spend the night in the forest and continue their journey next morning. They decided to take a turn to guard while others were in sleep. First, it was the carpenter's turn. Since he had to keep himself awake, he took a piece of wood and started to make a doll. He finished the doll and it was time for the next person to take the turn. Carpenter went to sleep and weaver got up. The weaver was surprised to see the doll. He thought that it would be really beautiful if she had clothes and started weaving some clothes for her. Now it was the turn for the bangle vendor. He woke up and saw the doll with the dress and stood still. He thought that bangle, sindoor and Mangal Sutra will make this doll even more beautiful and dressed her with all the three. He made the Pandit to wake up and went to sleep. Pandit, who got up, was taken back by the beauty of the doll. Thinking that it will be complete only if this had life, he started reciting the mantras. Oh, what a miracle! Lightning flashed. A beautiful girl stood there. Everyone got up because of the sound. Everyone was surprised. Suddenly, everyone wished to marry her and started fighting. The girl who was watching all this said, "Stop! Close your eyes and worship. An angel will appear. She will be able to solve all this." Everyone closed their eyes and prayed. An angel appeared. She learnt everything. She asked everyone, "Answer my questions." All the four accepted. First she questioned the carpenter. "A person who creates will be the father. Do you accept this?" He accepted. Next, she asked the weaver, "You gave her the dress, so you become her brother, isn't?" He also accepted. When the angel was about to ask the bangle vendor, Pandit asked the angel that the girl then belongs to the person who gave life. For that, angel answered, "The person who gave life that changed the doll to a girl is a guru." He too accepted. In that case, person who applied sindoor, bangle and tied Mangal Sutra will be her husband. Saying this, angel disappeared. Everyone accepted the angel's verdict and then the bangle vendor married the girl. In a mountain village called Anandapuri, a girl named Geeta was living in a small house. One day, Geeta was drying her clothes when wind took out one of her clothes. Geeta followed the wind. After traveling for a long distance, the wind entered into a palace. Geeta was astonished and stood before the palace. The palace belonged to the wind. She opened the door and met the wind's mother. Wind's mother invited her and asked her what brought her here. Geeta replied, "Wind took out one of my clothes and I followed it." "Oh, you are very tired." She took her to the next room. The room was filled with food items, fruits, and sweets. "You can have whatever you want." Geeta took an apple, which was enough to fill her stomach. She went to next room. There were many boxes. "Your cloth is in one of the boxes. Search for your cloth and take the box," said Wind's mother. Geeta searched each and every box. Many boxes had gold coins and jewels. But Geeta searched only for her cloth. Finally, she found her cloth. She took the box, thanked the mother, and left the palace. When she came home, she opened the box and was astonished. Box glittered with gold. Geeta sold the gold, constructed a big house, and started a happy life. The neighbor of Geeta named Mala heard everything. Mala was a jealous person. She wanted to become like Geeta, so she intently throwed her good silk sari in the wind and followed it. She also reached the palace. Wind's mother asked for the reason and Mala told her the reason. She took Mala to the next room for eating. Mala had little from every plate and wasted everything. When she went to the next room, she started searching all the boxes, saw the boxes filled with precious jewels. She took out a box which was full of jewels. When she reached home, anxiously she opened the box but was taken back. Instead, she found only bricks inside. Because of her jealousy, she had lost her costly sari and realized her mistake. A hen with her 3 chicks was living happily. Among the 3, 2 chicks were good and will always be with your mother. The 3rd chick is a naughty one. One day, when the mother hen was searching for its food, saw a corn. Immediately, she called her chicks and said, "Do not eat the corns. If you eat, it'll block your throat." On hearing this, the first 2 chicks didn't even turn to that side. The 3rd one ran and pecked the corn. That's it. The corn struck in the throat. Hick, hick. The mother hen heard the sound of hiccup and thought for some time. Immediately she said, "Be here and I'll go and bring some water. Don't go anywhere." Saying this, she ran. When she found a pond, she said, "Dear pond, one of my chick is suffering from hiccup. Please give me some water." For this, the pond replied, "Hey sister, bring a cup. Without a cup, how will you take the water? You'll find an old lady there. Ask her, she'll give you. Go, run and bring the cup." Hearing this, the hen ran to the old lady. Grandma, I have to stop the hiccup of my chick. For that, I need a cup. I'll be happy if you give one. Hey hen, bring a banana leaf and I'll make a cup. Before that, will you find out my needle? Hen searched and gave her the needle and said, I will come with a leaf. The hen ran. When it saw the banana plant, it explained her position and asked for a leaf. I will give you a leaf. Before that, please do me a favor. The hen said, okay for that. I am suffering because of this bunch of bananas. Can you call the gardener and ask him to cut this? Hearing this, the hen ran to the gardener. Hen explained its position. Hearing this, the gardener said, What a pity! I'll help you, but you should give me the eggs you lay for 1 week. Hen accepted for this. Gardener came and slashed the bunch. The banana plant felt very happy. It gave a leaf for her. Then the hen ran to the old lady with a leaf. The old lady made a cup and gave it to the hen. With a cup, the hen ran to the pond. Pond filled the cup with full of water. Then the hen gave the water to her chick. After drinking the water, the hiccup stopped. Hen was relieved from her worry. The chick asked her mother to pardon her. Long, long ago, in a village called Nallur, there lived a poor woman with her son Raju. They had a cow, which was their only property. They earned their living by selling the cow's milk. One day, Raju's mother called him and said, Our cow has stopped giving milk as it grew old. How are we going to survive? Mother, I have an idea. Let's sell this cow, and with that money, we'll start a small business. His mother accepted, and he set out to market to sell his cow. Though he travelled whole day, no one was ready to buy the cow. He was worried. On his way back to home, he met an old man. He accepted to buy the cow, but instead of money, he gave 5 magic seeds and said, My son, these are not ordinary seeds. These are magic ones. Sow the seeds in the night and say these magic words. Oh, seed may grow to heaven. Next morning, you can see a tall tree that will touch the sky. If you use this in a proper way, you will become a rich man. Raju returned home with happy heart and narrated everything to his mother and showed the magic seeds. His mother went to sleep thinking that Raju had made a foolish bargain. Raju, before going to bed, went to the garden at the backyard, sowed the seeds and watered it. Then he said the magic words, "Oh seeds, may grow to heaven," and went to sleep. Early in the morning, before anyone could wake up, Raju went to the garden to see the sowed seeds. When he saw, he could not believe his eyes. The plant has grown up to the skies as per the old man's word. Immediately, he started climbing the plant. Clouds passed him. From the top, when he saw his house, it seemed very tiny. After climbing for a long time, he reached the sky. There he saw a big palace. He entered the palace and went to each and every room, but he could not see anyone. Suddenly, there was a bright light. A fairy appeared from the light. She inquired about Raju and said, "This palace belongs to a cruel giant. He will swallow you if he sees you, so leave this palace." Raju said, "I'm a poor and only son to my mother, and I have to take care of her. Please show me the way out of this palace." "It's time for the giant to come here. Hide yourself somewhere. After he is fast asleep, crawl under his bed and you'll find a bag. Take the bag and go to your home immediately." Just then, they heard the footsteps of the giant. Raju quickly ran and hid himself in a box. The fairy also disappeared. The giant came. Raju then came out when the giant was fast asleep. He slowly crawled under the bed. He took a bag which was filled with gold coins. Immediately, he came out and climbed down the plant and reached his home. He narrated everything to his mother and showed the bag filled with gold coins. She was very happy when she saw her son safe home. Raju and his mother lived happily ever after that day.